Welcome if you are new to my channel. If this isn't your first time, welcome back. After 10 days of a family road trip to northern Japan and Hokkaido, my mom and I stayed in Utsunomiya, which is where my brother currently lives, for extra few days. Today we're exploring Tochigi Prefecture near Utsunomiya. First, we're visiting the city of stone, Oya. The town of Oya near Tochigi Prefecture's capital, Utsunomiya, is relatively unknown, but it is an excellent day trip from Tokyo. Oya Ishi, a porous stone created from ash and lava, has been quarried in the area for centuries. It is mostly extracted from underground, so the town's landscape has not been scarred. However, man-made arches, holes, and sheer rock faces peek out from within lush greenery, actually enhancing the appearance of the town. Many local buildings, storehouses, and walls are also made with the stone. Oya stone was famously used in the facing of Frank Lloyd Wright's Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. The Oya Shiryokan, a historical museum, was opened in 1979 to promote the town's mining history. Enter this small building, pay the admission fee, and take a look at room containing photos and equipment of the mine's past. Pass through a doorway and down a flight of steps into a cool, dark chamber that was once an underground quarry. It is an impressive 20,000 square meters in size, with the average depth of 30 meters. You can explore different sections of the ex-quarry, which are decorated with the multicolored lights. One reason the stone was used is because it has a warm texture and it is easily carved, which allows more versatility. Oya stone can have different colors and it is also fireproof. Oya stone can be only found in the area 4 kilometers of the east and west by 6 kilometers to the north and south around town of Oya. But they are reserves of around 600 million tons. The use of Oya-ishi stone found in the Utsunomiya area dates back to prehistoric times. In the Edo period, 1603 to 1867, a local industry of carving, transporting, and working with Oya-ishi emerged, and Utsunomiya became known as the Stone City. Many works of the modernist architecture were made with Oya-ishi, including, as I mentioned, Frank Lloyd Wright's Imperial Hotel in Tokyo, which survived the Great Kanto earthquake of 1924 and sparked an interest in stone construction. This underground quarry, now the museum, can be reserved for private events. I saw many big companies hosting special announcements, special events there, as well as many TV shows and movies in Japan were filmed there. The average temperature is low, which is around 8 degrees in Celsius, so when you come here, be sure to bring your warm clothes. It is cool in the summertime and it feels like you're in a giant refrigerator. Just outside the museum, there is a gift shop where you can buy a piece of Oya stone that you can take it with you. After visiting the museum, we went to Michinoeki road rest stop, Utsunomiya Romantic Village. These roadside rest stops are everywhere in Japan, and this is where you can buy and eat local produce and local cuisines. Tochigi Prefecture is known for its very sweet strawberries, so I wanted to try it. Unfortunately, it's not in season, so I couldn't find the fresh strawberries, but this cafe had shaved frozen strawberries and it was so delicious. They were also selling local produce to strawberry related products like jams and ice creams. Next day, we went to Nikko. Luckily, the weather was much nicer today. The shrines and temples of Nikko, together with their natural surroundings, have for centuries been a sacred site known for its architectural and decorative masterpieces. Toshogu Shrine, Toshogu, is a magnificent memorial to Tokugawa Ieyasu, the founder of Tokugawa Shogunate, which ruled Japan for over 250 years until 1868. Ieyasu is enshrined at Toshogu as the deity Tosho Daigongen, great deity of the east, shining light. Initially a relatively simple mausoleum, Toshogu was enlarged into the spectacular complex seen today by Ieyasu's grandson Iemitsu during the first half of the 17th century. The lavishly decorated shrine complex consists of more than a dozen buildings set in a beautiful forest. Countless wood carvings and large amounts of gold leaf were used to decorate the buildings in a way not seen anywhere else in Japan, where simplicity has been traditionally stressed in the shrine architecture. Visitors may note that Tokugawa contains both Shinto and Buddhist elements. It was common for places of worship to contain elements of both religions until the Meiji period, when Shinto was deliberately separated from Buddhism. Across the country, Buddhist elements were removed from shrines and vice versa. But at Toshogu, the two religions were so intermingled that the separation was not carried out completely. The first buildings were constructed on the slopes of the sacred Nikko Mountains by a Buddhist monk in the 8th century. Today, they testify to a centuries-old tradition of conservation and restoration, as well as the preservation of the religious practice linked to a site considered to be sacred. The site continues to function today as a place of religion rituals and other activities which maintain its traditions both physically and spiritually. The site has suffered from natural disasters such as fire, falling trees, and earthquakes over the centuries. Each time, the damaged buildings was restored faithfully, following original plans and techniques, using the original materials whenever possible, with attention and care to preservation of coloring, materials, and decorative works. Among the many buildings at Toshogu, particularly notable ones include a pretty 5-story pagoda in front of the main entrance gate. The main pillar of the pagoda hangs 10 centimeters above ground, an interesting feature installed to combat the lengthening and shrinkage of wood over time. Upon entering, visitors will first come across a group of ostensibly built stone houses. Of the many colorful and elaborate wood carving that decorate the stone houses, the most famous ones are those of the see no evil, speak no evil, and hear no evil monkeys, and the sozo nozo elephants, imagined elephants, that were carved by an artist who have never seen elephants. Since Ieyasu loved animals, you can find different kind of animals carved in the buildings. The main shrine building, which consists of a praying hall, Haiden, connects to the main hall, Honden, behind. The halls are dedicated the spirits of Ieyasu and two others of Japan's most influential historical personalities, Toyotomi Hideyoshi and Minamoto Yoritomo. As we were driving back to our home in Izu, today we left Nikko and Tochigi Prefecture in the afternoon. We made a few stops along the way, including Hanyu parking area. This parking area is called Onihei Edo Dokoro. It is based on Onihei Hanakacho, a popular Japanese historical novel, and features streetscapes and buildings recreated from the Edo period, some 200 years ago. Among Japan's many parking areas, this is the only one that recreates scenery from the feudal Edo period. Sorry to put the picture of a toilet after the food picture, but I wanted to share it because there is a hook for umbrella, there's like touch panel for bathroom function, and there's a shelf to put your things on, and even the behind the door says do not forget your stuff in the toilet stall. So much going on everywhere. That's it for today's video, but my trip in Japan still continued, so until then, have a beautiful day.